Hey, how's it going there? Troy with Big BB LLC. I wanted to take a minute and kind of talk about some stuff that I've been seeing recently. Here locally, we actually have a auction house. They like to auction a lot of guns. However, some of them are not really the guns that you want, but the guy that's running the auction, either he's really retarded about firearms or he's just plain not honest about them. Alright, and so that's one of the things I wanted to come on here and talk about is this Remington that came into my shop from that auction. That auction has been very good for the gunsmithing business, I'll tell you that right now, because he sells a lot of broken shit. This is a Remington 870 that I fixed for the person that brought it into me. One of the things that I noticed right off the bat when they brought it in, I don't know if you can see it there, but if you see these two metal tabs right here and right there, that long one and that short one, right, that's your slide assembly. It connects these bars here on the pump to this bolt right here, which allows everything to work. That was straight up missing. Wasn't in there at all. And when I got it, the bolt was actually trying to come out the ejection port where the shells usually come out. Whoever dropped the slide assembly or the slide back in, well, they ruined this piece. I don't know if you could tell on the video, but they're slightly off, so when it went to go in, it wouldn't even stay in the track, which really made it difficult to work the pump. The other thing I noticed is whoever dropped the trigger guard out of that thing, this piece right here is the piece that kind of directs the movement up and down of the gate here, and as well as, you know, forms the or pushes the round where it needs to be to enter the chamber when the bolt comes back forward. That thing was bent to hell, was not working at all. And one of the other things I noticed is, I don't see if you can see it, but there's a little J-hook. So right now, if I wanted to get it off safe, I can't. I need this special little tool. This special little tool will help me unlock this. There we go. And now I could get it on and off safe. So it really doesn't make sense that that would be on there, but the tool didn't come with it. This is actually a tool that I have because I have that same lock on a Remington 700 or a 710 that I have. That's the only reason I even have that tool. But it kind of didn't make sense. So I went ahead and replaced this, so she now has a regular safety that works. The pump works, everything works fine now. I don't know how much she paid for it at that auction, but I know how much I put in parts in this thing, and I'm gonna just go ahead and estimate that it probably exceeds the value of the weapon if you look at how much was paid for it versus how much parts were made just to make it functional again. It probably exceeds the value of the weapon. So just watch out for that when you go to these auctions. I'm not trying to deter anyone from going to auctions. They're a great place to pick up cheap guns or rare guns. I've been known to do a little bit of that myself. But watch those ones that use terms like assault to push guns on people who think they're getting something that they aren't getting. One thing I've seen tagged a lot in this specific auction is very rare, hard to find, stuff like that. And I would go onto my online store and I would see like 6 or 8 of them ready to go right now, brand new in the box from my distributors. They're not hard to find, they are not rare. A lot of people, they like to think that they're getting one over on the government because, oh, I got it and it didn't register it. I hate to tell you, you didn't get one over on the government because guns aren't registered in the first place. If you walk into a gun store, you fill out the paperwork, you do the background check. It's not registered. The government doesn't know that gun still exists until it's either A, used in a crime, or B, stolen, and they have to run that serial number. As far as they know, that serial number doesn't exist until they get their hands on it. All right, so registration or registering a weapon, it's a myth. All right, so you're not getting one over on the government doing private sales or by doing auctions like this who make you who don't do background checks and stuff because they're working under the guise of estate sales. This guy's probably not 100% doing estate because he sells a lot of guns new in box at that estate auction. I don't know a lot of collectors who collect guns and just keep them in the box forever. There are some, but as many as he's pushing, I don't think so. But whatever, right? Shall not be infringed. I don't even care about that part. I more care about my friends and family that are out there buying these stuff that may get wrapped up into something later if they ever get caught. It is what it is. I'm also worried about my friends and family that pay good money thinking they're getting something and then have to pay more money just to make it work. That's not right. They should at least check them before they put them out there to sell, but they don't. And the guy that runs the auction, he'll even tell you, he's like, if it doesn't work, don't come back to me. So I've seen him actually do refund on one or two guns, but he doesn't do it very often. You really got to know him, or he's really got to like you in order for it to happen. But if you do that, please just make sure you know what you're getting. At least function check it, make sure it functions. And there's no way to tell if it's stolen or not. There's no way to tell any of that stuff. But at the very least, just make sure it works first, all right? Stop being suckered in by all these dishonest gimmicks like very rare. I've seen something like it was a Kel-Tec and it said assault weapon. AR assault weapon. A Kel-Tec is not an AR assault weapon. It was a sub 2000 even. It was a 9mm. So watch the wording on those tags. They're not very honest, right? And we're really talking about an auctioneer that spends his Saturday nights getting so drunk he can barely finish his auctions. And then he'll post that you shouldn't be allowed to buy alcohol on Sundays. Dude wakes up on a Sunday fucking hungover, so, watch out for those dishonest people. But this is one thing I wanted to bring to your attention because I had it in my possession right now still. Person that owns this is going to come pick it up tomorrow now that it's all functioning and working again. Like I say, stay safe, shoot straight, and be careful with what you buy, all right? You worked hard for your money, and you shouldn't have to be taken in by people like this, all right? Stay safe, shoot straight.